Hey, hope you've had an amazing day. It's Nina Lemtir here, and I just wanted to kind of encourage you and share something that I'm finding really encouraging anytime I feel fear or anything holding me back. As we come to the end of the first chapter in our book, I like to look at the year as a book. And each month is divided into chapters, and we get to write each chapter. We forget that sometimes, don't we? We forget that we are in control of each day that we are blessed with, and we get to determine and write what we want to happen. And I work with a really large team of incredible, inspiring people. Some people are really hitting their targets and they're really excited. And some are questioning and already kind of having doubts about their goals and what they want to achieve. So this was just to encourage and really end January on a fabulous note, because there's so much to be excited about. So, I said I've been on the Tony Robbins event, and there was a lady, a guest speaker he had on that was just really, her story really touched me. And to summarize, she is the youngest billionaire, and her story wasn't like Kylie Jenner. I think Kylie Jenner was just literally brought out some lip glosses, and of course she's got lovely lips and she's sold, she's built this big empire and she's a billionaire. It wasn't as easy as that. So it was really inspiring how she grafted and hustled on a serious way to have achieved all the success she's achieved. And she shared an experience she had when she was 12 years old, 12 or 13, where her best friend or a childhood friend had passed away, and she actually saw that. So I think they were hit by a car. And at a very young age, she was exposed to death. And it made her almost realize how precious and sensitive and fragile life is in her actions. And it was really interesting because she had let me get my notes before I really go off on a tangent. But basically I wrote this down. So yes, she had a real sense of urgency to live her life, because her awareness of death was so real, at such a tender age. And this really just made me think, gosh, we tell ourselves that we can't do things, or, we're scared, or we let fear hold us back. But if we could just realize that life is just so fragile in that moment, like, what really have you got to lose, So it's like I remind myself, anytime I feel fear, I remind myself that actually life is really fragile, and you have to go for what you want. You really just can't sit down and let fear control you and let your limiting beliefs hold you back. So she, her name was Sarah, and she emphasizes that our life is not a dress rehearsal, and sometimes you need to face something really scary to put things in a perspective. So she really realized that this at 12 years old. So this built her entrepreneurial route. She was very much a go-getter, and yeah, she's the youngest billionaire. So she's very successful, obviously. So she was saying that you need to trust what you don't know. Not knowing is actually a good thing. So anything that you have to do and you don't know anything about it, just do it. Just do it. Fail and learn. She was saying that she aimed to fail. That was her strategy, to be the youngest billionaire. She aimed to fail. And when you think about it, most of us, we live our lives to avoid failure. So if you can change your definition of failure, which is what she emphasized, understand that failure is actually a stepping stone to your success. And that goes to, the title, you know, pain to purpose. We can actually get purpose out of our pain, but it's just a case of you identifying that and deciding that you're going to work with what you've got, and you're going to use your pain to lead you to your purpose. So it really makes me just so inspired, you know, on a daily basis in terms of any limiting beliefs. And if this can inspire or help somebody else, then I'm really glad I've put these points out there. If you want me to type up my notes, just send me a message and I will get them over to you. I do have a guest list of people, and I've promised that by Sunday it's going to be in your inbox. So yeah, if you want to join that guest list, then just send me a message and I'll put them together and I'll email it over to you. But as I said, you know, it was just so inspiring that, you know, it's like someone else's experience of obviously having death at such a young age changed her whole focus and how she looked at failure and how she dealt with growing as a teenager. Like, all these things made her so determined to accomplish, you know, her heart's desires. So thanks for listening. Have a fabulous evening. And before I forget, because I love Thursdays, right? I have a information evening starting at 8 o'clock. If you want to join me, and I'm co-hosting with some fabulous people, and we're sharing how you can have some fabulous energy, be in a better mood. You know, if you're struggling with your skin, if you're struggling with your weight, like some of us are, with the gyms being closed, then why don't you join us? And you can learn some tips and tricks on how you can look after yourself in a really natural and fabulous way. So just send me a message if you want the link. It's a Zoom link. You can keep your camera off, and send me a message and I'll send you the Zoom link. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye.